This is nothing more than a replication or a duplication of what? Of what? Of what's in heaven. Does that supersede New Testament? Yeah, sure does. Right?
That's right.
So, when Kevin begins on this, you're getting God's perspective from heaven. Are you with me? All right. Any questions on what we've covered so far? Huh? That's a pretty quick encapsulation. But this is the context that this comes out of. You couldn't even enter into the tabernacle without passing through the colors. It was called the gate of many colors.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Many colors. The threads and the intricacy that were woven through the fabric. The sockets in the cups. The rings. The poles. Everything was made to such explicit detail. Now let me ask you this, and then you can take it up from here. If the tabernacle has that much detail, and everything is so important to God that he challenged Moses and says, do not deviate from this. And he raised a man up and filled him with his spirit to accomplish it. His name was Bezaleel, a goldsmith. He filled him with his spirit. It wasn't on him, it was in him.
Amen.
It wasn't his hands that were working. Well, anyway. Okay? So, it's very, very, very important. But if God wants all that for there, I want you to think about how intricate you are. Now, in the medical field, you start studying medicine, man, you really find out how intricate you are. I mean, you're really, this goes to this, which goes to that, which goes to this, and if this is wrong, this affects this, and it affects... You are so complex, it's unbelievable. But did you know that every cell in your body was meant to die and rejuvenate every 7 years? On the seventh day, God sat down and rested because he said it was good. What?
In some cases, every day.
Every day your cells die and come back, regenerate. You right? So there's, how important are you? Your detail is 10 times what the tabernacle, 100 times what the tabernacle is, maybe even 1,000 times what the tabernacle is. Who are you to tell God that what he made isn't good enough? What do you mean? Every time you feel sorry for yourself, you're telling God that it's not good enough. I hope this helps you. It sure helps me. When I'm tempted to say something stupid or do something stupid, the first thing I do is stop what I'm doing and go outside. If I walk out on you in the middle of a conversation, you know I'm getting ready to say something really, really stupid. I go outside. Yeah, because I know Jack. Jack's about to say something asinine. That's a scriptural word. Right? Yeah. Yes, it is. It's a scriptural word, asinine. Yeah. 1 Samuel. Asinine. That's what Paul was. Saul, asinine. Couldn't find his father. Well, anyway. Right? Yeah. But that's not the way. I don't even have to call people on the phone. All I got to do is pull your Facebook page up. Having one of them days again. Nothing seems to be going right. Gloom, despair, agony on me. Whoa! I can't find my donkeys. If I could, I would be free. If you didn't have a goat to be got, you couldn't be had. Right? Get rid of your goats. Colors are important to God. Very, very important to God. All right? So pay attention as we look into this. All right, Kevin, go ahead.
All right. So we've got your new visual aids here with some of your contrasting emotions and everything. I want to start with this for just a second. Let's kind of put a handle on this and look at this through body, soul, and spirit. Somebody tell me where your body would be represented on this. Nobody? The outer ring, okay. That very outside ring right here, the flesh, would be the outside over here, okay? All right, so your soul would be what? The area with where the rainbow's at, from the outer ring to the inner circle there, okay? And then your spirit would be the inner part.
All right, let's go over that one more time.
Okay, your flesh.
It's
outside,
the outer ring.
Outside, yeah, the very outside, the black ring around the outside, okay?
Okay.
The outer ring. Your soul, from the red to the
From
violet.
here to the top of that ring.
Right, from
Okay.
the colors there. You go
Yeah.
through the colors there for your soul, okay?
And the white in the center represents your spirit.
Your spirit, right. Okay? Everybody cool with that? Everybody see that? Understand that? Grasp that? No? John?
Yeah, hit it up one more
Huh?
time.
Huh? I'm just want you to see this through the body, soul, and spirit thing here. Right? Your body would be outside the ring here, the very outer ring here, the flesh. Okay. Your soul would be from the colors in the middle, in other words, and your spirit would be represented in the inner circle here, the inner circle here. Okay. So
Interesting. 6 rings.
7 rings.
Yeah. All right. 6 rings represent your soul.
No, all 7.
Really? All 7. Okay.
Show me where you're seeing the 6.
Well, I see the number of man in the 6 rings. The manifestation of who he is the 7th ring. And I see the spirit divided into 2 chambers, right?
Okay.
So to me, that's the material and the immaterial.
Right, the inner part, they're definitely the material and the immaterial.
Right? Okay.
Your 2 consciousnesses.
Go ahead.
The natural mind and the spiritual
You can
mind.
write on these things now.
Yeah,
you know.
take notes.
That's
Knock
what they're
yourself
for.
out.
They're not the. Yeah, write on them. Okay.
So your natural mind and your spiritual mind in the center here. All right. So your conscious and your subconscious, if you will. Conscious and your subconscious. Does your subconscious relate to your spiritual mind? I mean, can you connect those two there? Your subconscious being the spiritual. Where are all your bodily functions controlled at? What part of your brain controls the bodily functions? The subconscious, right? You don't have to think about those things for those to happen. So, God holds the book of destiny, so he knows exactly when that last breath is going to be drawn. All right. So he knows when to stop it. Just like you said, he took Moses' breath from him. When he knows exactly when to stop it. He controls all that. All right, through the Spirit. Those things happen automatically. They've got their commands. They've got their limitations. And they function in that. All right. So you see the 7 colors here of the rainbow. There's also, we talked about this, the vibration and the voices. And we also talked about musical instruments. How many musical notes are on a scale? 7. Thank you, John. 7 musical notes in a scale, right? So.
I was going to answer too technical.
Yeah, I knew you would. I knew you would.
It should be 7 or 12
Right.
or 6.
Yeah. But 7 notes on a musical scale there. So you see the voices in the instrument. All right. So how about your flesh? What does your flesh have?
Ooh, my fault. No, making a reference to the notes on the scale. The 8th note is the new beginning. It starts over again.
Right.
So,
Okay.
That's
But-
good. I like that. The 8th note on
So
a
you-
musical scale does what?
Is the same as the first note.
It does what?
Starts over. It starts over.
Really?
A
I
new
never
beginning.
knew that.
In another octave.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So you come up higher.
Like glory to glory.
C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E.
Don't look at me. I don't know anything about music. I'm totally ignorant about it. I am. I really, truly am.
So that's interesting. You come through these 7 notes and you have a new beginning and you come up higher. You go to the next scale.
How many pieces of furniture in the tabernacle?
7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
7. So the new song is to be sung.
In the tabernacle.
Come on here. After you pass through all the furniture, right? Ooh, that's good, John. I like that, man. That's powerful. 8th note. Wow.
The 8th note. Very good. Come up higher. I
How
like
come you
that.
didn't have that?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I
Oh.
was waiting on John.
Okay.
I knew that.
I see you pumping, John. Okay, great.
Isn't that what you tell us to
Little
say? all the
body
time? I knew
ministry
that.
working here,
I knew
right?
that,
Okay, that's good
I knew,
because
I knew
yeah.
John knew that.
Yeah, that's real good. Very
All right.
good.
So you
And
got
there's well, let me look. And there's 7 notes to an octave.
8 notes to an octave.
8 notes to an
Seven
octave.
notes in a scale. The 8th is the starting over.
It becomes the first if you want to.
So what's the definition of an octave? I see oct, 8. I understand that, but what is the definition of an octave?
You know,
Notes that make up that.
Definition of an octave.
Of an octave? It goes from, just
oracle?
paraphrasing here, from one tone.
Oh, there you
what's the word
go.
we're looking for? From one
Monotone?
to the next.
From,
And so on.
pretty much doubling the frequency of the note.
Yeah, the frequency.
Yeah, like,
One frequency to the next. That's the best I can give you.
So Thanksgiving, praise, and worship are different frequencies.
Different.
I can say it like that.
I like what Joanne was saying, a life cycle. How about a life cycle? It goes from the beginning to
Man,
the end. It starts
I'm
something
telling you,
new.
that just really
Right.
strikes me. And who was in charge of the
cycle.
music?
Satan was.
Satan. And how's he corrupting society? Music.
Mhm.
Wow. I
Let's
really like that.
clarify, it's not the music that's correct.
It's the words.
The content, right,
The
of the.
content in the music that's
The words,
correct.
right?
Because
Mhm.
if you're hearing it here, no matter what beat it is, no matter what it sounds like, it's there. Because it's a representation of what's in heaven. It's the content that has become correct,
Right.
not the music itself.
So it's what comes out of a man that.
Defiles him, not
Wow.
what goes into a man.
Wow,
Even
this
the
is good.
Chickaboo beats.
Even the what?
Chickaboo beats.
Jigaboo beats.
Yeah.
you define
Oh my gosh. Woo.
No, what you hear going down the road, the boom,
that. Oh,
boom.
the rap.
Yeah, it's not that it's.
This whole thing right here. Oh my gosh.
Let's just leave it there.
No, because a lot of people would say that,
There's no
That-
sense to it.
no,
No rhythm
that
to it?
it's not proper music, it's not music, it's demonic, it's worldly. And that's not the case. It's the content that made it that way, but
I
not
see.
the beat or the sound.
Music in itself it's impossible for it to be evil or bad or wrong. Music in itself, but the words that go along with it, the containers of power that you put to the music and the spirit that it's put there with
That's very
is
good.
what
I like
makes it
Remember
evil.
back in
Right.
the day, if you played the black notes on the keyboard, it was demonic.
No, when I led praise and worship in the 70s, we could not do a song in a minor key.
It was
Mhm.
demonic.
If we did a song in a minor key, the teaching in the church, the doctrine of the church at the time was that it was demonic. Yeah, I know you're looking at me like I'm crazy, but that's the truth. We lived through 2 decades like that. And the one that broke the mold was Keith Green. Keith Green literally broke the mold.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to you. All right, go ahead.
Oh, just the answer to your question.
And the appearance.
A tone on the 8th degree from a given tone is an octave. So,
It's a tone.
tone.
Changes tones. Right.
Excellent. Thanksgiving has a tone.
Praise.
Praise has a tone. High praise has a tone.
Mm.
And pure worship has a tone.
And it stays the same name regardless of where it's at. It's just to another degree. So like the way they number it is like the lowest C on the scale is like C1. Then there's C2, C3, C4, C5. It's the same note, but it's higher. Kind of like
Taken to a different octave.
glory to glory. You know, it's
Mhm.
taken to one level.
I see.
Glory to glory, like that.
Good stuff. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. No, we're into something good here. The tones and everything, you're looking at emotions and their voices and the sounds that they make and looking at it as a musical instrument. What other creatures have these emotions that can play these songs?